Our parents who lost their children in the Hillside Endarasha Academy fire last week will have to wait for 2 weeks for DNA test results. Chief Government Pathologist Johansen Odor, who conducted autopsies on the 21 bodies, said they were extensively burnt, making it difficult to recognize the identities of the pupils killed in the inferno. Meanwhile, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has warned social media users against making false and inciting statements about the Hillside tragedy. Kindiki announced that all pupils who are victims of the fire tragedy have been accounted for.
The autopsy on the 21 bodies of pupils at Hillside Endarasha Academy in Nyeri was conducted at Narumoro Level 4 Hospital in an exercise led by Chief Government Pathologist Dr. Johansen Odor. Already DNA samples had been collected from families of the victims to match them to the remains. The exercise, which was meant to kick off on Wednesday, delayed after families were allowed to view the bodies for closure. According to Odor, the bodies of the youngsters aged between 9 and 13 were burnt beyond recognition and can only be identified through a DNA exercise.
Because when you look at the bodies, there were various degrees of burn. Some of them are first degree, second degree, some are even burnt to the bones, to a level that you find that some of them even miss the lower part of the limbs and the extremes because of the fire.
Parents who lost their children will have to wait a little longer before collecting the bodies of their loved ones.
Even though the bodies were badly burned, but the inner tissues were good enough to be able to obtain very good samples for DNA. So they are sure that within 1 or 2 weeks, they'll be able to get all the results of the parents.
Meanwhile, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has refuted claims circulating on social media that 70 children are still unaccounted for, saying no child is missing.
I want to appeal to the people of Kenya, including the people in the social media, to take national security and public safety issues with a little more sensitivity.
On the night of the fire, Kindiki explained some students panicked and fled across the fence, while some were sheltered by neighbors, others were picked up by their parents. These pupils had not been documented, which forced authorities to track them down. Kindiki has also clarified that the school has a total of 843 pupils. Out of this, only 330 were registered as boarders, 164 were boys, and girls were 166.
The dormitory that burnt down was the boys' dormitory. 143 are alive. And out of the 143, 140 are with their parents. 3 are still receiving treatments, and we believe they will be released.
2 of the 5 boys who were admitted succumbed to their injuries. 19 bodies were recovered from the raised dormitory, bringing the total number of deaths to 21.
Any other person trying to play whatever game, trying to advance some whatever other statistics, is a heartless criminal and an enemy of the society.
The cause of the fire still remains unknown as investigations into the matter continue.
The government will support those families to ensure there is closure and to ensure there is justice, because we will find the truth.
The autopsy results will also form part of the basis of the probe. Rozongoi, NTV.